Hi folks, how you doing? And welcome to Bobster's Pod Blast. And I tell you what, I've got a fantastic guest this morning. Absolutely brilliant to have her on, and to the someone who's had a very, very interesting life, to say the least. Natalie J. Banus, welcome to
Hello.
the Pod Blast. How are you doing?
I'm doing really well, thank you, Bobby. How are you?
Fantastic, fantastic. Do you want
Good.
to know some? Do you want to know something? It's like, I've been looking forward to having you on here because, you know, I've heard so much about you. Obviously, over the years,
Hmm.
you've kind of been not just a part of my life, but a part of everyone's life, people,
Oh,
newspapers and stuff.
yeah, yeah.
But just in case a lot of people, I know loads of people know who you are, but there'll be some people, maybe younger people, who won't really understand or really know who you are.
Right.
So it's great to have you on here. And, when I did my pod blast, I had actors, actresses, and it's great talking to them. I had a footballer on the last time, Steve Archibald, who played in the 80s for Tottenham.
Right.
And
Mm.
it's great to have you on here. It's like former glamour model, you still are an actress,
Yeah.
and it's just you've led a really, really interesting life. So
Mm.
just let me tell me about yourself when you were like young and growing up and stuff. Before all kind of exploded for you. What was life like
Yeah.
as a child?
Well, basically, I trained as a ballet dancer literally from the age of 1 year old, and ballet was my dream, and I thought destined for ballet stardom. And it was my life. It was an obsession of mine to the point of, my body and everything, So that was my life, and I was very lucky to win a place into the Royal Ballet School at the age of 7. I was very talented. And of course, though, nature had a way of changing the course of my destiny. And as my breasts began to grow, I was swiftly kicked out of the ballet school, and my ballet dreams lay in tatters. And then it begins, of course, how I fell into the whole modeling, the glamour game, which was literally an overnight thing that happened. Um, I was 15 years old when some test shots landed on a talent scout's table, and I didn't actually know that I was going to be doing glamour modeling. It just appeared in a tabloid newspaper. This girl is going topless in 34 days. And it was a terrible time, actually. I was in school at the time, and my mother and I, we didn't know what to do. We'd never heard of glamour modeling, and it was at a time, Bobby, when the press, the tabloids ruled, and I felt like I had no control over anything really at that time in my life. So we didn't know what to do, and so we thought, well, I've got to go ahead and do it. So we did it, and I became a very successful glamour modeling, and I went on to do other things. I sort of effectively fled at the age of 21. I felt like I'd lived my life. I was one of the most photographed women in the world at one point, and I effectively fled, changed my name, and ran to Los Angeles to start and begin again, where I was lucky enough to be chosen by David Hasselhoff to star in Baywatch, which was a great time in my life as well. So yeah. Yeah.
Fantastic. But going back to like so you did the glamour modeling and stuff,
Mm.
was it like peer pressure to do that?
Oh
Like
gosh, yeah, yeah. I mean, it was, I was 15 years old, 16 years old. I was being offered VIP into all the nightclubs, being offered drink, wherever I went. Pervy photographers leering on me. It was a difficult time. I was a teenager, still not a woman. I had effectively been asked to leave my school because of this scandal. And I didn't know what was happening, basically. And a photographer, a middle-aged photographer, took over my life, and he kind of helped me book assignments and everything. And I traveled a lot, and but it was a very difficult time for me, as you can imagine, a teenager growing up. Yeah, it was very difficult. Yeah.
Yeah. But the thing is, I mean, the reason I asked you that was because, well, you're actually going to get a book out.
Yes,
And
that's right. Yes.
and obviously I've read most of it.
Have you? Yes.
And yeah, I have. I've read most of it. And I tell you what, oh wow. You know, to go back to like the 80s,
Yeah.
God, there's just no shame, is there? The
There wasn't,
tab,
was there?
you
Ruthless.
know, like with the
Tabloids were
tabloids, you know,
ruthless.
a countdown
Yeah.
for like a young 16-year-old to bear herself, you know, that's
Yeah.
pretty bad. That's horrible,
Yeah.
isn't it?
It was such a difficult time, and then you had the Leveson inquiry, of course. I mean, I was on my way to school one day, and I heard we had the radio on, me and my mum in a car, and they were discussing me in the car. Oh, so what do you
Yeah,
think about this girl? And oh, it was just, oh God, it was a nightmare for
yeah.
me. So yeah, so my book Dark Star, it's effectively it's coming out on the 7th of August, and it has a lot of interesting things in there because in Los Angeles, I got to work with O.J. Simpson. I had a very near call miss with him, and a week later he was effectively done for the murders of, the rest is history on that. Um, what else? Yeah, and then of course I got the most extraordinary invitation from the richest man in the world as to be part of his entourage in
Mhm.
Brunei, the Sultan of Brunei. So I do go into detail about that in my book as well. I used every Friday we would have wads of cash left for us in envelopes, and it was a very interesting time as well. That.
Mhm.
But yeah, and just to cut a long story short, it ended up with me overdosing in my 20s, going back to LA.
Mhm.
And it just all got too much for me, really. I think just because of how I started, and I was on this roller coaster, and yeah, so my life has taken a very interesting turn, Bobby. It's been a very
Yeah.
different turn, but yeah, it is what it is, and here I
And
am
the thing,
today.
and the thing is, I mean, obviously from what I've read, it's like, God, you've everywhere. You know, LA, it's like obviously your your pho photograph assignments, you were everywhere as well, even castles in Scotland and stuff,
Yes, I know.
you
Yeah,
know,
yeah, yeah.
and but obviously, and Marbella for is that I take it that's Banus.
Yeah, well, yeah. So my name was given to me as well at the age of 15. Banus is not my real name. Funnily enough, I have spent the last few years living in Marbella, Port of
Yeah.
Banus, but that is just a coincidence, Bobby. But yeah, I mean, I think it was just difficult times really for me growing up as a teenager with this body I had. I was still a child, and I think you have a book out as well, Evolve Origins, which I've
Yeah.
looked at, which it also just it's a very touching tale on the teenage youth of that day,
Yeah.
and how difficult it is growing up, as a
Yeah.
teenager. And
Well, it's like with my book, obviously,
mm,
it's like at the start of it, it kind of tells you the story of this character, Tommy, but
yeah,
the actual things which happen to him in his early years as a child actually
yeah,
happened to me. It's like some of the, there's, it's some of the bits are kind of really cruel, which happen to him and stuff, like when he's at school. Some
yes.
school kids can be quite cruel,
Oh
so,
yeah, of course. Yeah, yeah. It shapes you,
but
doesn't it? Your childhood, what
yeah,
happens.
so it's just like I guess there is kind of parallels between my book and your book in
Yes.
some ways because when I kind of read the start of it and stuff, I thought, wow, what and it's almost exploitation.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like the worst kind of exploitation ever. And
Yes.
it's just like your soul as well, and
Yeah,
it's bloody horrible.
yeah, I mean, writing it, it was very cathartic in a way.
Yeah.
But I actually I don't know, with my book, it brought back a lot, a lot of memories and things as well, to write
Yeah.
about yourself. It's raw. And, my book is an expose, it's raw.
Mhm.
Um, so yeah, it's a great experience though, to have to do
Yeah.
that.
But it's just one of these books where like when I always I mean, like, don't get me wrong, I like storybooks, but I like reading books where it's about people's stories. It's like how they were brought up and stuff, and what happened
Yes.
to them when they were younger. Because whatever happens when you're younger, it's it more or less makes you the person you are now.
Well, of course. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, what happens?
Yeah, and it's like we all have kind of like scars and stuff, and
Yeah.
but a lot of the time, we become better people out of it. You know, Unfortunately, a lot of people, it's too much for them. But then
Yeah.
someone like yourself, who's got strength of character. That's what I was
Yeah,
looking
thank
for.
you. Yeah, yeah. And I think that's what, well, for my book is about. It's about what I went through, and how I've overcome that. And I actually hope it can be a sort of inspiration to other people as well.
Yeah, but yeah, absolutely. And it's like, when people do read your book, they will find, obviously, you know, what I found when I read, especially the first 15 pages or so, it
Mm.
painted a picture.
Yes.
It painted a picture, like, sort of like how you were growing up and stuff, and,
Yes.
and just you were more or less pushed into that world,
Yeah. Yeah. Mm.
just unfortunate,
Yeah.
but what it's great having you on here because I mean, don't get me wrong, I remember you when you were
Really?
at
Yeah.
papers, you
Yes.
were you were young,
Yeah. Yeah.
but it's just look at the person you are now. You're a wonderful person and stuff.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
No problem.
Well, I've been through so much, like I said, your life shapes you, doesn't it? And I feel lucky to have come out on the other end. And this book is always
Absolutely,
something, my story is something I've always wanted to tell, and very
absolutely,
grateful that it's
absolutely. And it's like and the things as well. You'll know the people who'll stick by you and people who
mm,
you can trust as well.
mm.
It's good to have those people around you.
Yeah,
Because
absolutely.
it's like I mean, when I was younger, I mean, I had a lot of trust issues as well with people
Did
after
you?
what happened to me at school because I was badly bullied at school.
Really?
But
Yeah.
yeah, but it's well, as I'm in my 50s now, the thing is, it's
Yes.
like life's too short to
Oh,
worry about these things,
absolutely. Yeah, you just don't care, do you? But when you're going through those, those hormones and those teenage years, you take,
Exactly,
and if you're a sensitive child, you take everything, so seriously, and it is,
exactly,
it's quite a time, isn't it?
totally. I
It's
was
a
going
lot
to
to
say,
navigate. Mm.
Natalie, there's a picture just kind of next to you there. Did you do that?
I didn't know. I'm afraid I can't claim for that.
I
No,
was
it's
going to
just a
say,
picture that's here.
that's
Yeah,
pretty
yeah,
good.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
pretty
It's really
good.
nice. Yeah.
Yeah. So obviously, jumping from like say glamour modeling to acting.
Mm.
I mean, you did like pop videos and stuff, didn't you?
Yeah, well, acting is something I've always done. When I realized my body was not shaped for ballet, I branched out into other types of dance, and I studied acting and singing as well. I was also a very good singer. So I went to an acting school, and this is how that came about. So I've always done that, and I
Mhm.
was lucky enough. At 16, I was offered to star in my very first music video for MTV. And I went on to do a lot of other music videos in LA. I did Julio
Mhm.
Iglesias, House of Pain, and quite a few. So Snoop Dogg. So yeah, that was good.
Very
Yeah.
good. Sorry, Nat, I was going to go back. I mean, obviously,
Mm.
the ballet. Did you see now, like, when you look back,
Yeah.
just kind of miss doing the ballet again?
Oh God, yeah. But I mean, ballet was my first love, and my heart was shattered when I knew my body had I'd been betrayed by my body,
Mhm.
and yeah. So of course, I love dancing. It'll always be my love. Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
I spent my whole life training as a ballet dancer. So
Mhm. So, I mean, obviously you did your acting, going back to your acting again. You went
Mm.
and did a film called Bullseye,
That's right.
and you were
Yes.
in that with Roger Moore and Michael Caine.
Yes. Yes.
So, what was it like working with those guys? Did you enjoy
Yeah,
working with
yeah.
them?
I mean, it was great. Yeah, it was very good. Michael Winner was the director, and that was an experience, you know. So yeah, Roger Moore was. They're very nice people to work with, you know. Yeah, very nice people. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
And then obviously you went on to Baywatch. Now, how did that come about?
Yeah, well, I just went for the audition, and they liked me, and and I got chosen to be on it. So yeah, it
Mm,
was great to be a part of that time, that era, you know, with Pamela Anderson, David Hasselhoff. I got chosen to do Baywatch Nights after that.
mhm,
David Hasselhoff chose me to do a commercial for Baywatch, which was lovely. Then I got chosen to do O.J. Simpson's ill-fated pilot called Frogman.
mhm,
But unfortunately, it didn't go ahead because we all know what happened, you know. So that was that was a that was an experience.
mhm.
Yeah.
So it's like, I mean, obviously when you went and did the Baywatch stuff, was the other actors aware that you did like your glamour modeling and stuff like that?
No, not really, because like I said, I effectively kind of ran from my life in England as and I wanted to start again under a new name because I was so well known in those days, and I just
Mhm,
felt like I had to get away. It was almost like a running from myself in a way. I wanted to start fresh when nobody knew me, and that was my aim. That was what I wanted to do. And so I got to America, but I got chosen to do the Hawaiian Tropic pageant. I was Miss UK.
mhm.
And so from there, I just moved to Los Angeles and at 21. And yeah.
I mean, when you're going back to your glamour modeling days as well, it's like, I mean, you were on the same type of, you were the likes of like Marie Whitaker, Linda Lusardi, Sam
Yeah.
Fox. Those
Yeah.
people were all like
Yeah.
on doing the same thing as you were. I mean, did you get
Yeah.
to meet any of them?
Yeah, I did get to meet them at parties and things like that, but I never really got close with any of the models because
Mm,
I was so much younger. And like I said, I was quite a bit younger, so
yeah.
I didn't really get to socialize with them. And I had a photographer. He sort of kind of took control of my life, if you like, in a way. So I was very shielded from things, and my life was just literally work from that age, from the age of literally 15, 16 up to 21, just traveling, going on modeling trips. And it was a rather strange life, really. And it was a life that I've always found difficult to get accustomed to because it never sat well with me being famous at that age. And for something that I didn't, in our house, we didn't even know what a glamour model was. And so to be exposed for me at that age, I think it was just something it never quite sat right. And yeah, I mean, I'm quite a homey person as well, so I never really liked all the showbiz parties and stuff like that. I'm quite a home girl, so yeah, yeah,
Brilliant. And it's
yeah.
like, when I was reading your book, it's like things came to mind. And one of them was Covent Garden.
Oh, all right.
And Covent Garden is actually one of my favorite places. And I mean, I stayed last year, I was in the Savoy last year,
Yes,
and that was fantastic. But Covent Garden, it's just got that magic to it, it's
absolutely.
a lovely
Yes,
place.
yeah, yeah. It's a great part of London, and
Yeah.
yeah, it is.
I like when you go into that big place, when you go inside it, and it's got like the little levels downstairs and upstairs. It's like it's got like the little restaurants and stuff, and
The Piazza,
that's it.
is it? Yes, yes, yeah, yeah.
And
It's
it's great
great.
going in there. I absolutely love going in there, and I like going in. There's a pub kind of opposite side from the Savoy, and along is it called Elizabethan or something?
I think it is. Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
and that is
yeah.
a great pub. I love it in there as well.
Oh, nice.
Covent Garden's just fantastic. Absolutely
Yeah, it is.
fantastic.
It's got a real pizzazz about it, yeah, it's got a charm, hasn't it? Yeah.
So, so what's it you kind of just doing just now then? Are you just like still doing an odd gig here and there for acting, or?
No, well, so what I'm doing is now I was living in Spain for a few years. I've got twin boys, age 10, and just I wanted them to be able to speak a second language fluently, which they do. And then, I mean, I've been working on the book, so I've come back really to promote this, and I think it's going to be a very insightful story. And yeah, on my Instagram, I will be releasing it on there as well. So you can get, so on my Instagram, Natalie J Banus. And I'll be putting up some new photographs as well up there. And yeah, so I'm looking forward to it coming out, August
Absolutely,
7th.
Mike. Anything else that you've got for your book or that, send it to me, and
Okay.
I'll promote it for you as well.
Okay, lovely. Yeah, yeah, great.
Absolutely not a problem at all. But
Exciting time. Yeah, yeah.
you know what's really good though? It's funny because it's like the two of us have actually, well, obviously your book's coming out, but my book's out, and it's like the response has been
Yeah,
incredible,
it's lovely.
absolutely
Yeah,
incredible.
yeah,
And it's like, especially from people in different countries, and it's like it's in different languages. That's mental,
yeah.
you know.
Isn't it just? I know. Yeah, yeah,
And it's
yeah.
like, there's a lot of harsh language in my book as well. So it's like, just wondering like how some of these countries are going to like, it's mental, absolutely mental.
Yeah, how long did it
But
take you to write?
yeah, but
How
it's
long did
like
your book take, Bobby?
absolute.
Your new
Well,
book?
it's like my book. It's based on real life, based on science fiction,
Yes.
and it's like obviously the real life. How could I put it? It's more or less. I mean, the younger Tommy, a lot of the stuff happened for real, but there's a
Yes.
story to it as well. And a lot of the story goes 100 years in the future, and another part
Yeah.
of it
To Mars.
50,000 years in the past.
Yeah.
And everything's connected because of this mineral. It's a rare mineral which was from Mars. Well, one of the moons on Mars,
Yes.
which exploded years ago. And, so I don't know how to give too much of the story away.
Yeah, no, but I love that whole concept, that whole idea of Mars, and was there life on Mars before? Who knows? Were we all
Exactly,
there
exactly.
before?
But the thing,
As well.
but the thing is, it's like, I mean, like you've got the story there, and obviously it's the sci-fi aspect to
Yeah.
aliens and stuff, and
Oh, yeah,
it's
definitely. I'm
like the
into all that.
character Tommy is just he just kind of talks like me, just a Scottish, all right, mate, how you doing,
Yeah.
and he's just like
So you're
he's
very
just
relatable, very relatable.
yeah, he's just
Yeah.
like he's a random guy, just a normal guy. He's not like someone who thinks he's better than what he is.
Yeah, yeah,
He's just a normal, genuine person.
yeah.
But the story is great. I had a couple of people tell me it's life changing,
Wow, yes.
and and that's why I'm writing the follow up just now, and I'm just over a quarter way to finishing that
Yeah,
as well.
yeah. No,
So
it's
I'm
great
excited
stuff.
about that.
Yeah,
But but yeah, but you just hopefully this time next year that'll be out. That'll be out.
yeah.
But more about you, Natalie. I was going to say, but after you writing your book, are you thinking about writing another one?
Yes, I am actually. Yeah. So on the back of this one, we already have another one in progress to be published. So yeah, so I won't say too much about that just yet. We'll get this one out first, Dark Star. Um, you know, so
But will
yeah.
this be more of like a novel, like a story, as well as
True
or you think
stories.
back to
What Dark Star is my life story,
mm,
and the one spin-off from this afterwards will be another true story, which is evolved out of this as well. So you have to wait and see. Yeah,
absolutely. Well,
yeah,
I'll tell you
yeah,
what,
yeah.
just really looking forward to that. I've
Thank
actually
you.
about your your book Dark Star, you know, it's like
Mm.
honestly, I'm cracking all the way through it. I'm like honestly, I'm just addicted to it. It's that much I could read, and honestly, your writing's really good. It's intricate writing, which how you put it to the point where you actually do picture, you know, you in those situations, which is crazy. And obviously,
Really? Yeah. Mm.
just obviously, I know what you look like when you were younger.
Mm.
And just picturing you. So, you know, it's really profound, really good writing from you, especially with it
Uh,
being your first book as well. It's
Thank
well done,
you.
you.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I said, it is a true story, and you know, there were some pivotal moments where, you know, I was very young, and it goes into the business, into the modeling business, and the pitfalls, and what it can be really like, you know, and you know, it's a difficult time. It was, you know, and I
Mhm.
feel lucky and blessed, you know, to have come out really on the other side today,
Yeah,
with what I went
absolutely.
through. Mm.
Well, you know what? You're a survivor. You're a good person, and you know, good on you. Absolutely good on you. But you know, all I can say is, listen, Natalie, thank you so much
Thank you, Bobby.
for
Thank you for having me.
coming on here and tell
Mm.
me about your life and your book, Dark Star, which is going to be coming out. Is it August the
Dark
7th?
Star. August 7th, yes. And so I'll be putting details up on my Instagram, Natalie
Fantastic.
J, Banus,
And
so you can find me
and
there.
like and like I said as well, you know, if there's anything you want to send me, and I'll post it up on my social media
Yeah,
as well.
yeah, we keep in touch, definitely. Yeah.
Absolutely, Natalie. But listen,
Mm.
thank you so much for
Thank
your
you,
time
Bobby,
on
again.
here.
That's great.
It's
Yeah.
been brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And
Yeah.
you know, whatever you're doing, you know, bloody good luck to you. And especially, and
Likewise.
I'm looking forward
Yeah,
to that
yeah.
second book as well.
Okay. Thanks
Okay,
a lot.
okay.
Ciao, ciao.
Thanks, Natalie. Bye
Bye.
bye.
Bye, Bobby.